Well, they say it's hell, but it's actually Flint, Michigan.
Yuck.
Yuck.
One's a horrible hellfire demon-infested place ruled by Satan, and the other's hell. Yeah! I imagine this guy's putting on like 18 different coats of armor.
God, come on, again? Oh, I suck.
Well, Zach, now's a good time to try and figure out how to get out of this lava.
I don't think there is a way to get out of this lava. I think it's just like this.
You just have to suffer. Third time is the charm!
There's no point in me going for the armor. I'm just gonna fall off and die again.
The challenge is there, Zach. This is an added arbitrary challenge. Collect that
Oh.
armor without dying.
Okay, well, I'll do it this time.
You ever played Wolfenstein 3D? Or any of the Wolfenstein games?
Yeah, I've played like some of the more recent ones, but yeah, I played like the original ones too.
That's pretty much the only first-person shooter I grew up with. If I remember correctly, that's pretty much it. And that one was kind of boring too. Ah, you
God,
did
come
it!
on!
All right, 0
You're
for
kidding
3.
me.
How you get out, Zach?
I don't think you can. I think once you fall down here, you're basically just dead.
That sucks.
All right, I'm not going for that armor.
How far have you ever gotten into the original Wolfenstein?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't think I ever actually beat the original Wolfenstein.
Did you get halfway through Wolfenstein? Because that's when you fight Mecha Hitler.
I think I fought Mecha Hitler once.
Yeah, you probably made it halfway through. Which, it doesn't surprise me, because like there's like 8 worlds in that game.
Yeah.
And like, at the end of the 4th world, you fight Mecha Hitler. And then the 6th world has like a bunch of secret doors that just kind of get you stuck there.
Yeah. Well, it's like the problem with those ones is those ones are like the levels all are identical, so it's impossible to tell where the hell you're going.
Yeah, that's true too. There are hidden doors in Wolfenstein 3D. You know there are.
Yeah.
But there are walls that move in that game. They look like ordinary walls, but you click on them and they move. And there are a couple of worlds where you have to find a secret door to move on. So you have to go around and click on every single wall panel that you find.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Unless you follow a strategic walkthrough or something like that.
Well, there's like secret doors in this game too, which you have to, in order to open the secret doors, you have to pull levers that are hidden in places.
But is it required to open those doors to progress the story?
No, it super isn't.
That's why no one ever beat Wolfenstein 3D, is because it's got those stupid secret doors that require you to find them.
Oh, I'm sure people have beat it.
Nope.
I don't want to talk to any of those people though.
No one's ever reached the end of Wolfenstein 3D.
Somebody has to have reached the end of Wolfenstein 3D.
Nope, all we know is, well, we say that Mecha Hitler is the midway boss. He's at the end of the 4th level. We don't know if he's the midway boss because no one's ever gotten to the end. He might be the midway boss, or he might be the early game boss.
I'm gonna have to look into that because that actually sounds like insanity if nobody's ever actually beaten it.
No, we've beaten it. I've beaten it.
Oh, okay.
I used a walkthrough, of course, because screw clicking on every single wall segment I find.
Well, did you ever play the game Myst?
Nope.
There's a part at the end of the game Myst that is you have to use this little tram thing to like get around, and it's basically a huge maze, right?
Okay.
And I beat the original game Myst, and I don't remember how I actually got through that because God, come on.
Yeah.
I actually had a I actually had a notebook listed, like a spiral notebook in my house that was like, starting point is here, left, right, left, straight, right, left, right. Okay, that's messed up, and so I had to start over again.
Oh, Lord. Oh, but that's pretty amusing that you had a notebook full of stuff.
It was an entire notebook that was full of like how to beat the game Myst.
Well, since we're kind of ambling around right now, trying to figure out where we're going, what was your first video game?
The first video game that I ever played?
Played, whatever, just kind of your entry point into the whole thing.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Like the original for the Genesis?
Well, it was Sonic 2.
Sonic and Tails?
Yeah, Sonic 2 was the first one that was the first video game that I, like, owned and played. Well, okay, that's not strictly true, but I can't remember what the first video game that I played was because it was on, like, a Windows 90 PC.
Well, yeah, excluding that, if you want to go back to the first games I played, like Reader Rabbit and Word Munchers and stuff like that, excluding those, like
the first like video game that I played was like Sonic 2.
Excluding Oregon Trail and all that kind of stuff, yeah. What do you think of Sonic 2? Is that a lot of people say Sonic 2 is the best Sonic game?
I think it's really good. I really liked it. There's also that panic-filled moment where you're running out of air on the oh my god, what is it? The chemical plant zone where you realize that you're running out of air and you're going to die within like 3 seconds, and you're just trying to find a bubble.
Yeah, that a lot of people talk about how that's a very stressful moment.
Yes, it is. It is very much so.
Yeah, I played Sonic 2 like 30 years after it came out. I played it like a year or two ago. Didn't really get into it. Couldn't really figure it out.
Yeah, it's a game that's a little hard to like come back to after you've. Well, I shouldn't say that because I'm probably going to have a lot of people that are like, no, you can come back to it really easy, and it's like whatever. But
well, going into it as a fresh face who had never played those old 2D Sonic games, I didn't really get it. I didn't get it. Of course, I also felt that way about Crash Bandicoot.
Now I'm going the right way.
There you go. You found enemies, so you know you're going the right way now. I also felt that way about Crash Bandicoot. I played like the original game 10 or 20 years game after it came out, and I just hated it. It was so boring.
You were gonna hate me, but I have never actually played any of the Crash Bandicoot games.
Oh, so you haven't played any of those. The first Crash Bandicoot game is a 2D game where you're just running straight forward the entire time.
I'm familiar with them. I've just never played them. I have never personally played any of them. I've always watched other people play them.
I wouldn't encourage playing them because I find them incredibly boring. At least the first one. I only played the first one, and that's pretty much kind of colored my perception of the entire series.
Didn't they remaster it recently?
Yup. I think it's because a lot of people have nostalgic fondness for that game series. Couldn't possibly be because it's a well-made game or anything.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on that.
I mean, it's an old classic game that a lot of people love for good reason.
Well, isn't it Naughty Dog's like first game?
And it's made by Naughty Dog, which is an amazing game company. So I'm sure the only reason people like it is nostalgic, because there's no other reason people would like that game.
Alright, let's cut this guy in half. There we go. Switch to a different weapon.
From the same era, though, I did really enjoy the Spyro games.
I think they're remaking one of those, aren't they?
Yeah, they're remaking the Spyro games, which is... I don't know if I'll play it, but the Spyro game's really good for their time.
I mean, I'd recommend trying it. You still like playing the, I mean, you don't have a PlayStation anymore, but you still really like playing the, Sly Cooper games.
Yeah, the Sly Cooper and Ratchet and Clank, there are a lot of good games for the PlayStation series. And Jack, oh man.
I never played any of the Jak and Daxter games.
Do you know anything about them?
I know you play as an elf, and in the first game you don't talk.
What about the little sidekick character he's got?
He's like a ferret.
Yeah, Daxter is a ferret.
He's a ferret? Doesn't he have like some kind of weird name?
An otzel.
An otzel? What is an otzel?
It's an ocelot with a weasel, I guess.
Oh.
I can only assume. That's just what they call him. He's an otzel. And he's not an elf. He's a human with weird ears.
Oh. Are you sure he's not an elf?
They all have... Just because someone has pointy ears doesn't make him an elf, you racist.
Well, maybe... I don't know. Maybe they're a necromancer.
Maybe they're a dark elf? Not
no,
all elves...
a necromancer. There's a difference. Not all dark elves are necromancers, Mike.
But all necromancers are dark elves?
No!
What are you going for?
I don't know. Maybe he's got pointy ears because he's a demon. He might be a demon. He's a demon necromancer.
Do you know anything about the original trilogy of Jak and Daxter?
No, I know nothing about any of them.
That's never been more apparent at this point.
Fill me in while I kill these demons.
The first game is pretty much like the poor man's Super Mario 64. You're running around collecting, instead of coins, you got precursor orbs.
Okay.
And instead of collecting stars, you've got precursor artifacts and stuff like that. It's pretty much the exact same thing.
Okay.
Exploring new and creative worlds with a couple of enemies. You jump on their heads and you punch them in the face. It's the poor man's Super Mario 64. And it's good. The second game takes a big shift and it becomes kind of like, how do I even describe it? It's like Grand Theft Auto if it were a QT kids game, but not so QT because they all swear and use guns.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Isn't the second one like a karting game?
No, that's the fourth game. There's the three main trilogy games, and then there's a fourth karting game.
Which they made a karting game for some unknown reason.
Well, I did that for Crash Bandicoot too.
Okay, when you say swearing, like what type of cursing are you talking about? Are you talking about where they're like, "Oh, dang it," or rats," or are you saying where they're like, "Oh, fuck"?
It's not mature rate. It's not rated. It's not rated mature. It's rated teen instead of everyone.
Oh, okay. So
they
damn
say
it.
they say hell and damn it and stuff like that. Yes, it's not that profane.
Okay.
But it does pick up mature themes. The main character becomes much more angsty and angry and ragey.
Oh, because angst is something that everybody likes.
It happens with a lot of games. The second game, everyone just becomes really angsty. It happened with Prince of Persia as well too, which the second Prince of Persia game was absolute terrible, just the worst.
Well, okay, when you say second, do you mean the...
I mean of the 3D trilogy for the PlayStation.
Okay.
Warrior Within, I think it was called. It was just bad. I think it was terrible because it had shifting mechanics that allow you to shift between two different worlds, which were pretty similar, but there were different changes. They had that same mechanic in Chrono Cross, which is why I hated that as well. This is pretty much turned into you and I just talking about random video games.
Yeah, it's great. I love this. I want all of our videos to be like... No, I don't want all of our videos to be like this, but this is fun. I like this.
It's just a podcast of you and I talking about video games while you shoot demons.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, I guess.
So, okay, yeah, I've never... you were talking about... Oh, God.
We've been talking about a lot. We've gone on like 18 different tangents at this point.
Yeah, but it's fine. Well, I have insufficient fuel.
Going back to Sonic 2, is that what you wanted to talk about?
I don't even remember now.
Have you played the first Sonic game?
Yeah, it's really hard.
The third one, maybe?
The third one's fun. I like the third one.
You hate the Sonic series, don't you?
I don't hate it. I just don't like any of the modern ones.
A lot of people like Sonic Adventure 2, which is questionable.
Which one is Sonic Adventure 2? Is that the one where you play as Tails and every 30 seconds his thing makes like a missile lock warning?
Yep, that's that one.
Okay, yeah, there's a reason I haven't played that.
Oh, but it's got some great music. I think the soundtrack can really make or break a game, because there are some games that are kind of mediocre, but they've got an awesome soundtrack.
I mean, this game has an amazing soundtrack.
And that really amplifies it up. This game would probably be a lot worse if you didn't have a soundtrack, because that's half the game.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing for a movie. Like, if you can watch scenes from a movie that have like a really good soundtrack, try watching them without the soundtrack in it.
Yeah.
It's weird and like not as good.
Definitely, yeah. Do you know what I would say my first video game would be?
Was it Final Fantasy?
No. My first video game would probably be Super Mario 64.
That's a good one.
That's a good place to start, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good place to start with a first video game. Oh boy! Hell Knight.
Ooh.
Oh, two of them.
Oh, good, you're being tag teamed by Hell Knights.
Okay, we're on ammo for that.
Yeah, I better run. You better run, coward!
No, you better run! Ow, okay, hang on. Don't tase me, bro! Don't tase me! Dang it, I was trying to get a jumping attack on him. Woo!
I'm glad all the other enemies allow you to finish meleeing their friends before they can start in on you.
Well, that's kind of like a major thing is that you have iframes while you're doing a melee kill on somebody.
Yeah, invincibility frames.
Which, oh, thank God for those iframes, especially on higher difficulties.
Yeah. Well, good job killing all those guys. And you even got 3 triangles out of 5. 4 triangles out of 5. The game thinks you're doing really well. That's a rating system, right? 4 triangles out of 5.
Hey, the core temperature stabilized.
That's probably good.
Hooray for me!
Good job.
The primary control room has been activated somewhere nearby. It could be Olivia.
Oh, do you think it's up this way? Where Olivia is being dumb and evil because she loves demons and she wants to sex them?
Is that what Olivia's goal is here?
Probably.
To have sex with demons?
Probably.
If that is the plot of the game, that's actually pretty funny. I like it when it's quirky and campy like that.
I don't think that's actually the plot of the game.
We're making that the plot of the game now.
I think the plot of the game is that Olivia wants to sex with demons.
Olivia had that burning in her loins that can only be satiated by the undead from hell.
Well, I mean, look how gross she looks.
Olivia, please.
The only person she's gonna get it from is a demon.
Now is not the time for you to be playing a mini game, Olivia. We're in the middle of something.
She's playing Candy Crush.
Oh, God. And now she's gonna open up the portal to hell on Mars. We're just gonna let her do it too. We're not gonna try stopping her or anything.
Well, she locked everybody out, and apparently I'm the Doom Marine, so that glass.
Could not have saved
as I said, is made of math, and I can't figure out how to open it.
Yep, that screen there outsmart you, all right. What's these words say? What clock? I don't understand how any of these words...
Look how good you did, Mike!
Hooray! I am amazing at this game when I let someone else take the controls. How much of a completionist are you?
To a point. It depends on if I really like playing a game or not.
How often does that happen?
I've tried to do complete this game, but I'm not very good. What was the first game that you were playing that you were like, I really like playing video games?
Probably Super Mario 64. It started off with that, and then I am a bit of a completionist. I played that game to death. I got all 120 stars several times.
I completed Yoshi's. I was a completionist on Yoshi's Island.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was actually so I had
Did you collect all the crying babies? Because I know that's what you do in that game.
Yeah, you collect crying babies. No, there's like a bunch of little items you have to collect. You gotta get all like the red coins and everything.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
But like Yoshi's Island was like the first game that I actually like fully completed, and it took a long time because I had a Super Nintendo that I bought for like very cheap. What are some games that you basically like 100% completed?
Man, for like the first 5 or 10 years of my life, just doing all of those, every game that I owned, I just kind of had to see everything that it had. So, first game I had, Super Mario 64, got all 120 stars and everything. Then I got Star Fox 64, unlocked all of the trophies, all of the ranks.
I think to be fair though, that's one of those games that might not necessarily be like super difficult to get everything in it.
Super Mario?
No, Star Fox.
You say that, but getting all of the 30 trophies is a lot more tricky than it sounds, because you have to get a certain kill requirement.
Huh.
Like, there's a level, the sun level, there's like you're pretty much flying around on the sun, and the kill requirement for the trophy is 100 and... I think you have to kill 100 enemies on that level, and there's only like 110 enemies. So, something like that. So if you miss too many enemies, you don't get the trophy.
Ugh.
So,
is that the one where this baby can handle temperatures of up to 3,000 degrees and it's a baby in a microwave?
that joke, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the soul, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a sun level, yeah.
We're only temporarily disabling the tower. You need to remove each lens.
Lenses? Individually?
Release
Carefully? Yeah, That's carefully, right? I did it carefully?
Destroying the production of Argent energy isn't necessary.
Did I mention I am a robot? That was your medical service?
That was how I got health, yeah.
All you had to do was fist that machine and you got topped off.
You gotta fist it a little. There's a couple fistings.
What
One or two.
How do you cure your radiation? Oh, just 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Oh, that's a barrier. I can't get through that. There's no way. It's made of math.
Again, math defeats Doom Guy. If there's rock, paper, scissors here, and Doomfist is beaten by math, what does math defeat, or what defeats math that Doomfist can defeat?
Oh, what defeats... Okay, so if it's rock, paper, scissors, but it's like math, Doom Guy, something else?
Yeah.
What does... Math, Doom Guy, demons.
So... Okay, so Doom Guy can defeat demons.
Yeah.
And math can defeat Doom Guy. And demons can defeat math.
Demons can defeat math, yeah, because they're just teleporting in and out of reality, so of course they're defeating math.
Yeah, it started off as a stupid tangent, but it actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so from now on, kids, instead of playing rock, paper, scissors, play math, Doom Guy, demons.
I don't know how you make the finger gestures for that, but we'll figure something out.
You must stop. The hell energy is unusable without the filters.
And then I broke it.
That sounds like your problem, not mine, man. I'm Doom Marine. Ah! Okay, that solved that problem.
Is Sammy here getting a little angry with you?
Yeah, he's getting pissed off because I'm destroying basically the only way that humanity can get hell energy.
Ah, so he's trying to siphon hell energy.
Yes.
Which seems like a terrible idea, seeing as how you got all these demons.
From what I understand in this game, that basically what they did, like this whole facility, basically solved the energy crisis.
Oh, so they're good guys. And you're the bad guy by stopping them.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
So, Doom Guy is an environmental terrorist, it looks like. Kind of nailed this guy a couple of times.
Ow, that hurt me.
Oh, looks like there's a little bit of splashback on that rocket, Zach.
Yeah, there is.
He's weakened. Now is my time.
That
No!
was the oh.
I'm never gonna get that promotion.
Oh, no, please, I have kids. I have little demon. He had little demon kids. That's what he was about to say.
He abducted a bunch of children, that's all.
Oh, wait, I was supposed to do something with this. That's what I was supposed to do.
Have you played the original Doom?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Oh, boy.
Well, that's a new enemy.
That's a summoner.
A summoner, it summoned a little low-life enemy there. That's one of the soldiers, isn't it? So a little tougher than normal.
Yeah, it summons a bunch of pretty good enemies.
So you probably want to take it out quickly.
You want to try to. And this is gonna sound really weird, but for some reason, I think the summoner's kind of attractive.
What?
In a really gross, fucked up way. It's just got like a kind of weird lithe frame.
It's just got like kind of a female form, is what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh.
I think that's mostly
So
it.
anything that's vaguely female, even if it's disgusting and mutated, it's cute enough.
It's kind of cute. I can see a cute version of the summoner.
Oh, I can't. Oh man, that thing is so gross.
You should probably just cut all that out.
No, keep that in so people know how to freak you are. Look at that.
I think it could be kind of cute.
No.
Put some tits on it.
Ah. Well, maybe it does have it already. You can't see if it's covered in chitin armor.
Yeah. I think the summoner could be kind of cute. Oh, Doomarine-chan.
I don't see it, no.
Kia, I need to eat this toast quickly because I'm late for school.
Oh, Doomguy-chan.
Oh, Doomguy-chan.
Please tear me asunder with your shotgun. Is that how the summoner normally talks, or it just screeches?
Yes. Normally it just goes. It just makes horrible, horrible noises. Where was that? Monsters. You know what? You know why I really like the summoner though?
I don't see anything that could be attractive about that thing. I don't see it. I don't know where you're getting it
I
from.
think it's kind of cute.
I don't even know what to make of that thing.
I think it's kind of cute. Oh, well, it's definitely better than this.
Okay, that thing's ugly. I can definitely define that. That thing's gross.
Imps could be kind of cute. Look, they got like 3 fingers. They're kind of cute.
Kind of gross.
That's just gross.
Intimidating but gross.
That's gross.
Silly, stupid, gross.
That's just dumb. That's just disgusting.
I like his smile. He's happy to be here. Hey guys, I'm glad you didn't cut me from the final game.
I'm unfinished. Put me back in the oven. I'm not done. The unwilling are fully transformed, possessed, that have been transported to hell to serve as shrine worshippers, slave labor for higher level demons, or cannon fodder for battle within hell.
That's what they all are, is cannon fodder.
That's Hellraiser.
No, he's fun, yeah.
He's got chitinous armor. And that's a possessed security guard.
And
But you know what I like best? You know what I like best about the summoner?
Do go. Tell me.
See? No feet.
But Zach, that defies everything we know about you. How can you like a thing that has no feet, Zach?
Very easily.
But
as it turns out.
But the feet is the best part of the summoner, I've heard.
Oh! Turns out that's electrified.
Now you don't have feet.
I was gonna say, I mean, I saw a picture online where the summoner has some big old bazongos, and I was like, yeah, I'd fuck with that.
So, that's your suggestion for improving the summoner, is just add boobs?
That's my suggestion for improving everything. Add boobs.
Well, it didn't have feet.
Summoner's back.
Here's my suggestion. We have the summoner. We take the summoner. We give her boobs. We also give her some big old clown shoes, so she's got some big old feet.
No, you ruined it.
Now she's starting to look attractive.
Ugh.
Hey, Zach. I heard you like big old boob tit monsters that got big old feet. Luckily for you, I'm a lot of that.
People are gonna be like, God, Zach is such a freaking weirdo. I think that that has potential for attractiveness.
Potential, perhaps. It moves slenderly and swiftly.
It's just really cool. It's like some kind of horrible shadow demon. I love it.
I will not fault you for saying that it's cool. I do know that you like that kind of thing, but I don't see what's attractive about it. Nothing. Nope. Oh, I like that. Oh, baby, that does it for me.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Oh,
I am so horny right now.
Oh, dear God, take me now.